Today we're going to be talking about the most important thing that you need to be reading for your Amazon FBA business. And I'll give you a hint. It's not a book. It's not a course. It's not any type of newsletter. It's more than that. And the good thing is it's free. It doesn't cost anything. The most important thing that you need to be reading for your Amazon FBA business is the Amazon guidelines. Now, you might be thinking, oh, Steven, that's boring. The Amazon guidelines are boring. I mean, I tried. I really did. I tried. I started reading through it. But honestly, it's something that you need to be sure that you know and understand. I'm going to talk about 3 things that make it a good, goal for you to read through the Amazon guidelines. All right, we'll talk about the 3 things, the 3 benefits of reading through the Amazon guidelines and why you should be doing that and why you need to be sure that's one of the next things that you read when you're trying to grow your Amazon FBA business. All right, Number one, Amazon, all of their guidelines, all of their rules, they're set up for one goal and one goal only: to have the most amazing customer experience ever. So their seller rules are all centered around making sure that the customer has the best customer experience. And this is good. You want this because that's the reason why people buy on Amazon. That's why, in fact, I was reading it in Entrepreneur magazine just yesterday. Over 40% of all product searches start on Amazon. When people are wanting to make a purchase, an online purchase, 40% of the people start at Amazon.com. Not Google, not Yahoo, not, going straight to a certain store's website. 40%, I believe it's up to 44%, start on Amazon.com. And the reason why is people love shopping on Amazon. They love Prime shipping. They love ordering it and it being at their house 2 days later, the next day, and in some areas, just hours later. So all of the rules and Amazon guidelines are set up to have the most amazing customer experience ever. Now, I know that some of the ways that they do things, it's frustrating as an Amazon seller. It's frustrating to us that, Amazon will give a customer a refund before they even get the item sent back to Amazon FBA for FBA purchases. And that can be frustrating for us as Amazon sellers, but the reason why they make their return policy so generous, so kind, so easy for the FBA customer, Amazon customer, it's so that they know the more generous their return policy is, the more they'll be purchasing in the future. If they know it's going to be easy to return something, they'll purchase more, and that leads to increased sales. So the number one reason why you need to be reading the FBA guidelines, the Amazon guidelines, and knowing and understanding them is because it's good for everybody, because Amazon makes those guidelines so that we can provide our customer, Amazon's customer, with the best possible buying experience out there. All right, so the second reason why you need to be reading the Amazon guidelines and be sure you make it a priority is that following the rules will help protect your seller account. Now this is something that probably seems obvious to everybody. Yeah, know the rules and protect your account, because if you break the rules, then, your account's going to be suspended, or you'll get, hit with some dings. You might not get the buy boxes often. You might not, be promoted in their searches. Well, it's very serious. There are some very serious repercussions if you fail to follow Amazon guidelines on a consistent basis, or even on a semi-consistent basis, where they start seeing a trend of you breaking certain rules. They're going to hit you on that, and they could end up suspending your account. So to protect your seller account, you need to know and understand the rules. And, it's funny when you click to join and sell on Amazon and you clicked, I agree to all the terms and services, you are handing over control to them to completely shut your account down if you break some of the rules. There's a lot of rules out there that a lot of people think they know. There's a lot of rules out there on Amazon that people assume. They make assumptions, and that's a huge mistake. You want to make sure you know. You want to make sure that you're using the right strength of polybag when you're sending things out. You want to make sure that the right items are being polybagged. You want to make sure that you are doing the right You're following the image guidelines when you're creating a new product. You want to, I mean, there's so many different rules, and what I see a lot of people do. A lot of people go to Facebook groups, and I love Facebook groups to get information about selling on Amazon FBA. I mean, we've got our own Facebook group, the Full-Time FBA Facebook group. You can find that at fulltimefba.com/Facebook. Join our group. We have got lots of really great discussions. But I see some people saying, hey, what is the best type of box for me to use? Or what is the best type of poly bag strength for me to use? Or what is, Amazon's rules on, writing in the item, in the condition notes for an item. I mean, people will ask other people's advice, and I love how helpful people are out there answering questions. But a lot of times people are given the wrong answers. In fact, I don't ever follow anyone's advice on Facebook when it comes to an Amazon guideline or an Amazon policy unless they include a link that goes straight to that guideline or policy. You want to make sure because if Amazon shuts your account down or suspends your listing on a particular item, you don't want to say, you can't reply to them and say, but, Jimmy in this Facebook group told me it was okay. And so, it was okay, right? Like, no, they don't know Jimmy. They don't know what Jimmy is saying. You want to make sure that you understand it. So the second reason you need to be reading all the Amazon FBA guidelines and rules, protect your seller account. And if you want a quick link to get to see the Amazon rules, you can go to fulltimefba.com/guidelines. And that gives you and there's all sorts of links that you can click on, all sorts of different areas. Find the stuff that you're wanting to know, and you can learn. Okay, number 3, and this one's a big one. They're all big, but this one's a big one too. The number 3 reason you need to be reading the Amazon guidelines and making it a priority to know and understand the rules of selling on Amazon is this. When you know the rules of selling on Amazon and how Amazon works, you have the knowledge to correct Amazon mistakes, correct Amazon glitches, and make sure that Amazon does what they're supposed to do. We have things that we're supposed to do as sellers. Amazon also has things that they're supposed to do. They're supposed to, if a customer returns an item, Amazon refunds them their money, and they've got 45 days to return that item to an Amazon warehouse. That's pretty generous time. But if they don't return that item within 45 days, Amazon is supposed to refund you your original cost for that item, or the money you originally made for that item. They're supposed to reimburse you that. And so most of the time it happens, but sometimes it doesn't happen. And you need to be sure that you understand the Amazon rules and the ways to go about making sure that you follow up to make sure Amazon returns an item or reimburses you for an item that a customer didn't return. Amazon is supposed to automatically reimburse you for items that they damage, items that they lose, items that the UPS damages. They're supposed to reimburse you to that. Reimburse you the cost of all of that. And then most of the time they do, but sometimes they don't. But knowing the Amazon rules and guidelines helps you make sure that you can keep Amazon accountable to follow up on their end of the bargain. Because there's things that they're supposed to be doing. You need to be sure you know that and understand that. So read the Amazon guidelines. It will help your business run that much faster. I believe it will help you make better profits because, they've done so much research into their guidelines and why they do what they do. They don't just make rules up for no reason. They put things into testing. They beta test things. They do a lot of research to see what would work best for the best customer experience. And these rules are they change every now and then, and they're updated. Sometimes, categories become gated. Sometimes things change. But they're doing it for the best customer experience. And if you're selling your items on the platform that has the best customer experience, that's where you want to be, and that's probably why you are selling on Amazon, because you realize the benefit of selling on Amazon FBA and the number of people who just keep buying and buying and buying the things that you're selling. So read the rules, put them into place. If it's a lot of stuff, it really is. It's a lot of information to take in. So if you just want to make sure you go back once a day, read a new article on the Amazon guidelines so you understand it, do that. But I really encourage you to read the rules. It will benefit you in the short term and in the long term. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it as always. If you're looking for any of the links that we talked about during this video, you can find those in the description below. And if you like the video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And if you have a comment or a question, you can do that below too. I'd always like to hear your thoughts on what we talked about today. And if you want to be sure you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos, be sure you subscribe to this channel. We have videos uploaded all the time to help you start making more income on Amazon FBA. And if you want to find out more about selling on Amazon FBA and turning part-time hours into a full-time income, go check out our blog, fulltimefba.com. When you subscribe, you'll get a couple of free PDF downloads that will help your business on Amazon become that much easier. And the blog is filled with over 100 blog articles that have tutorials, experiments, walkthroughs, teachings, tutorials, lots of stuff that will help you make more money on Amazon. Anyway, this has been Stephen Smotherman. I hope you have a great day. I'll see you soon. Bye.